Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. for a fun new project. That little ding said that I am live, and I'm just going to make sure that I am up on my iPad, and there we are. Hello, everybody. So we've had a crazy busy last 2 full weekends. I'm sure you saw on the Facebook, but we had 2 back-to-back weekend retreats, and it was so much fun and so exhausting. I'm literally sure everybody went home and passed out for a couple days after our long weekends, but it was so worth it and so much fun. I am super excited to say that I have literally like 99.9% finished the July retreat information. And I'm so excited. Today I figured out how to do a QR code. So look for that. Hopefully I'll get that out tomorrow before I go to work. If not, I am off on Thursday, so I will get that posted and get it sent out. I'm going to hope to do it tomorrow. Hopefully the hotel calls me back because I have a last few minute things I need to discuss with them, and I will be able to get it out. So July retreat is actually already starting in the works. I did a couple boxes today, so I am the crazy box lady. I love boxes. So I've already started the prep on the July retreat. I know, it's crazy that we have to start so early, but I do try to spoil you guys rotten. So anyway, I'm super excited for it. So let's see who is logged on. Hello, Bev. Hello, Jane, Anna, Monique. Who else has logged on? Hold on. Oh, Darlene. Hello, ladies. Good evening, everybody. So at this last weekend's retreat, we concentrated on the Circle Celebration stamp set. And as I was contemplating on what to do for today's live, I was like, why don't we just continue with the Circle Celebration? Because it is such an amazing set. And on a side note, Peyton's boss, my daughter's boss, called her and said, you need to call your mom to see if she wants some of these things that they were selling super inexpensive at Bed Bath & Beyond. So Peyton's like, okay, I'll call her. And sure enough, I wanted it. So I needed to send her boss a thank you card. And after I created this card, I thought, oh, I should probably ask Peyton what her boss's favorite color is. And lo and behold, it was purple and blue. And that's exactly the card that we're going to be doing tonight is Gorgeous Grape and, Bermuda Bay. Literally, I lost the name of it. So it actually works for a purpose. I am not only going to make it for you guys, but I actually have to send out a thank you card. So it's perfect. It worked out great. So anyway, I think I've done enough yik-yakking for a minute. So let's flip you over and I will show you what we're going to be making. So here is the card we're going to be doing tonight. So fun, so cute, and I did not write down the lady's name who actually designed this. I did not design it. I cased it from somebody else. Her name, I think, was Debbie or Diane. Ooh, I should have written it down. I always say to myself, oh, I'll remember it. Yeah, nope, that doesn't happen so swell. So this is the card we're going to be making tonight, and on the inside, it is just blank, so you have lots of room to write your sentiment. I did use the hip hip hooray on this one, but the one that we're going to be making tonight, hopefully we make 2. I'm going to do I Can't Thank You Enough, and this barely fits on our 2-inch circle punch. So let's bring everything in and let's get crafting. So what you're going to need is a piece of our basic white, and this measures 4 by 5 1/4, and this is actually going to go on the inside of your card base. And our 2 for the outside, this one is Gorgeous Grape, and it measures 4 by 5 1/4, and our basic white, this one is 3 3/4 by 5. So literally it just overlays on top. And our Bermuda Bay is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and I scored it right in half at 4 1/4. Sorry, there was a hair on my table. So I'm going to set these aside and bring in our basic whites, and I'm going to bring in let me bring in this circle punch. So this is the Circle Punch Celebration. I've actually done a lot with this set, and it is so versatile. I made balloons so it looked like a balloon bouquet. I should have brought them over and I didn't, but it is such a versatile set. I have fallen in love with it. So let's bring in some of our ink. And let's start with Bermuda Bay first. So let's open up. And I'm going to take this first one that it's a larger circle that has little flowers on the inside. I did just re-ink these, so hopefully it's a little bit brighter of colors. Oh yeah, that's definitely. I thought it needed re-inked, but I wasn't quite sure. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp that in the top corner. And then I'm going to bring in my little flower. And I'm going to ink this up in the Bermuda Bay. I'm going to stamp this. You're just kind of pretty much randomly stamping these all over the place. I am trying to follow my pattern, but if I don't, it's not a big deal. So I'm going to come down here and stamp this one. There we go. And I actually, if you see me, well, you probably won't see me, but I'm leaning over to the side and I have my chamois, so I'm actually cleaning it as we go because hopefully we have enough time to do 2 cards. That is my plan. So let's bring in the Gorgeous Grape. And I'm going to grab the little lines, dots it looks like. And I'm going to come up here and stamp the sky. I'm going to ink this up again and come over here and stamp this on the side. There we go. And let's grab the little pinwheel. We're going to ink this up in the Gorgeous Grape. Let's stamp a couple of these guys. I did actually make another version of this using different colors that I'll show you in a minute as well. And then let's grab the little flowers. We're going to add a couple little flowers on here. Let's do one right there. There we go. So that's all the stamping we're going to do on this guy. So now I'm going to bring in a scratch piece of our basic whites. And I'm going to do a little bit more stamping. So I'm going to grab the little dots. I'm going to stamp this right there. And then I'm going to grab the little flower. Oh, I hear footsteps. Mr. Hank has joined us. Oh, he left again. Okay, there's those. And then I think that's it for the Gorgeous Grape. So let's bring in the Bermuda Bay. And I want to stamp the little dots. There we go. And then while we have this stamp out, I am going to bring in another piece of scratch and I'm going to stamp I Can't Thank You Enough because my original card said hip hip hooray. So I'm going to stamp right there. And now we can do some cutting. So if you haven't already noticed that our circle punches are being discontinued. And I have to say, if you have not gotten the circle punches, they are one of my best friends. So this barely fits. You're going to cut off a tiny bit of the T and a little bit of the U, but I think it's perfect. I think it still is going to work. So you can see on the paper that there's just a hair left over. And then I'm going to grab the 1.5 inch circle punch. And I'm going to come in and punch this guy out. There we go. And then the 1.25 inch, this is actually a really old one, and I dropped it during the retreat. I don't know if you can see it, but I cracked the whole thing in half. I literally had to duct tape it and super glue it. Didn't hold very well, but it'll work for now. So I'm going to punch that one out. And then that one. There we go. So that is all we need. So I'm going to flip these guys over and add some. Actually, let me get this out of the way because it has lots of stamps on it. And hopefully the I don't know if the hardwood even works better, but it'll have to do for now. So I'm going to grab some dimensionals and put it on the backs of these. We're going to do a couple on this one just because it's so big. And I do think I need a piece. I'm going to have to bring in that paper again. I think the wood doesn't make the paper show up so swell. So I'm going to pull these guys off. And then we're just going to start assembling. So I'm going to put the little polka dot circles up top. I'm going to put I can't thank you enough right there. And then this guy is going to come up over here, kind of covering some of those. And then this one is going to go right here at the bottom. And once you get your card together, you might say, oh, it needs a little something right there. And I actually think it does. So I'm going to bring in my Bermuda Bay. And let's do another polka dot. So I'm actually going to ink that up and put a polka dot right there. Perfect. Just needed a tiny bit of something right in that corner. So now all we have to do is assemble it. Now, as much as I love this card, I think we're going to have plenty of time to do the other card that I have in store. And I wasn't going to introduce any of the new stamps yet, but I couldn't resist on this one. It was so beautiful. And it is just, oh, I just can't express how much I love this new stamp set. And I am so excited to show you and to be able to use it in classes pretty soon. So now I'm just going to attach this to the card base. We're going to grab our other basic white that goes on the inside. And did you notice how I put that to the side? Because I didn't want to accidentally stamp on the wrong piece, because this piece is a hair larger than this one. And I have done that more than once, is stamp the wrong piece. So that's why I set it to the side. So we're going to slide this on the inside. And now all we have to do is attach our bows. And I went ahead and tied them before I did the live, just because I wanted to make sure I had enough time to do the second card we're going to be doing. I'm going to put that right underneath. And I did a double bow. So I tied it in the Gorgeous Grape, and then I tied another one in our basic white baker's twine. And I'm just going to literally put that right on top. There we go. Look at how fun, cute, and easy that card is. So this one I did Hip Hip Hooray. Oh yeah, that lighting is really bad with the dark wood underneath it. I'm going to have to bring this back in. Sorry, guys. Much better. So I did this one, I Can't Thank You Enough. This one is Hip Hip Hooray. And this one I did earlier as well, I Can't Thank You Enough, but I did it in the Bumblebee and the Just Jade. So I literally thought these were so stinking cute and perfect and easy and totally duplicatable. Okay, so hopefully I'm not going too fast, but I'm super excited to get to this next one. So the next card we're going to be using is Real Red and Knighted Navy. Sorry, there's a little bit of a glare. So Real Red and Knighted Navy. I have the same exact measurements of our cardstock. So this one is 4 by 5 1/4, which goes on the inside. So I'm actually going to set that aside. And then I have Real Red card base, and it measures 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it right in half at 4 1/4. And then our layering pieces, Knighted Navy, 4 by 5 1/4, and our basic white, 3 3/4 by 5. And all the measurements are actually in the description as well. But, oh, I'm so excited. I want to show you the stamp set I'm going to be using. So it's called Days to Remember, and it took a little bit of thinking. My girlfriend Heather and I actually had quite a long conversation on how this stamp set worked, but it is absolutely amazing. Love, love, love it. I'm not going to go into all the details on how to use it on this live, but I wanted to do a day to remember. So I went ahead and put a day to remember on my block. And can you guys guess what we're going to be creating right now? Yes, we're going to do a patriotic card using the Circle Celebration. I thought it was going to be so cute. And I actually didn't even do one prior to the live. But I am so excited to do it with you guys. So I'm going to grab the Real Red, and I'm just going to ink up and stamp the same exact way that I did on the other cards. So there we go, and I am cleaning them as I go just to make sure I don't mess up. So I did the real red, and let me grab this little guy. So we're going to stamp there, and this one we're going to stamp right there. Looks like I could probably re-ink my real red as well. We will have to work on that. And then I want the little flower, and I'm going to put the little flower right here, and let's put one over here. But we're going to keep the little flower just in case we need to add a little extra to it. Okay, so I think that might be it for the real red. I'm going to leave it open just in case. And now I'm going to come in with a Night in Navy. And I'm going to put some Night in Navy at the bottom. Well, let me clean that in case we need it again. And I'm going to do some Night in Navy. Well, let's see what else. Oh, let's do this little guy in Night in Navy. I'm going to put that one right there. That looks really good. So let's bring in our scrap piece. And we're going to do this one in Night in Navy. It's hard to make sure you get all the right colors that you're doing, but who's gonna know? So this one I'm gonna do in Night in Navy. And then let's do one more of this one. There we go. I think that might be good. We'll go ahead and set that aside. I'll leave it open just in case. So I'm going to grab the 1 1/4 inch circle punch, and I'm going to punch these two out. There we go. I smudged that a little bit with my finger, but I don't think you're going to be able to tell. Let's grab the 1 1/2 inch. There we go. And then I'm going to grab our other piece so I can stamp A Day to Remember. And I actually think we should let's do one in each color just to see how it looks. So there's A Day to Remember. And I'm going to pop this out. There we go. And on the other side, I'm going to do it in the Night in Navy. And then we'll be able to see which one we like better. There we go. Okay, so now we can start assembling. So I'm going to flip these guys over and put some dimensionals on the back. I just have a little bit left of the side of this sheet, so I am going to try to get rid of them. And before we put adhesive on this one, we'll figure out which side we want up. So there we go. Oops, I didn't pull those off quite enough. So let's pick these up so we know where to put them. So this one I'm going to go up here. This one I'm going to cover that little star up, but that's okay. There we go. Okay, so do we need, so I do have a piece of red ribbon. Do we want the Night in Navy A Day to Remember, or do we want the real red Day to Remember? So let me put it up underneath the layering pieces. This might help a little bit too. So let me know which one you guys think looks best. I know there's a small delay. So I have A Day to Remember in real red, or if you flip it over, it is A Day to Remember in Night in Navy. Okay, so I have one for real red. Let's see, anybody else want to take a vote? I actually do think I like the red as well. Excuse me. Okay, perfect. We have 3 reds, and I actually do agree. I think the real red looks much better. Oh, I cannot wait to use this set in class. It is so beautiful. And I actually think it fits perfectly with the 4th of July or Memorial Day, any patriotic day this would work for. And literally the Circle Celebration set, I'm so sad it is retiring, but it's literally only $17. I did put a link in the Facebook description and it goes right to it if you guys want to go look at it to see if it's a must-have in your studio. Oh, so much in love. Okay, so now all we have to do is glue this bad boy together. There we go. And you see how just cutting your basic white 1/4 of an inch smaller, it gives it that nice border so you can actually see the red, white, and the blue behind it. Some people do like 1/8 of an inches, and my brain does not work so swell when I have to do 8ths and 5/16ths and 9/18ths, and my brain does not work that well. So I always stick to 1/4 inches or 1/2 inches. My upline, she loves doing like 1/8 of an inches and 5/16ths, and whew, it just makes my brain hurt thinking about all those. Okay, there we go. Is that not the funnest card? I am in love with it. A day to remember. And it is such a perfect saying for patriotic themed card. Okay, so let me close up my ink pads. Looky there, we literally were on our live for 22 minutes, and I did a lot of gabbing in the beginning. And we got all of these cards done. Hopefully I didn't go too fast or talk too fast. Sometimes I do, and I apologize. So here is the red, white, and blue. Here is I Can't Thank You Enough. You could actually use this sentiment on this card as well. I can't thank you enough, because literally that, it would be perfect. Oh, you know what we did forget to do? Let me glue this on the inside. We cannot forget to put a piece of basic white on the inside of dark cardstock so you can write your sentiments. There we go. Whew, good thing I caught that. Okay, so a day to remember, I can't thank you enough. Another one that says I can't thank you enough. And one that says hip hip hooray. Oh, I am so sad this set is retiring, but it is so much fun. Okay, that was it. I cannot believe we were literally only on the live for 20 minutes and we've gotten so much done. Anyway, if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. We do not have any classes this weekend, but the first Saturday of May we will. We will not be doing anything on the third Saturday of May because I will be on vacation, but we will make up for it, I promise, in June and July. So anyway, look for your email and the QR code coming out tomorrow or Thursday morning at the latest. And if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.